Good morning or good afternoon, wherever you may be. We are at the Holy Apostles Armenian Church in Tahunga, California, one of the gems of the Western Diocese of the Armenian Church. In Armenian, the word apostle, arakial, and so Holy Apostles is called Sirpots Arakelots. This is a group of men who brought the faith to the people. Jesus, on starting his ministry, invited them to join him. He said, "Come to me." At the end of his ministry on earth, with his resurrection, he said, "You have come to me, now go. Go and preach to the world." And at that point, the disciples, the students, became apostles. And that's what this parish is named after, the apostles, the ones who take the good word to the world. Now, behind me, you see one of the most unique Armenian church presences here in the Western Diocese, namely because you see the altar table without the backdrop of the Madonna, but instead you see a beautiful mural. Now, this altar table is very traditional in many of the ancient churches that we find in Armenia as monasteries, as community churches. The mural is very unique. And that's why we're featuring it here right now, because it is not only a mural of time, but a mural of completeness, of total time, transformation. If you look, you see the Madonna and Child decked in beautiful Armenian garbs and colors, but also the people around them are not people of a certain era, but a people of the universe, of universal time. For instance, there are people in there from different centuries. On the side, you see St. Gregory the Illuminator baptizing King Dirtad and Ashkan, the first queen and king who accepted Christianity and making Armenia the first Christian nation. You see people like Datevatsi, Shnorhali. You see different saints and different prophets. And up at the top, you see that beautiful letter, E, which you see in all Armenian churches. E is the verb to be, the name of God. God is, he is. On E, he is. And that becomes the name that the Holy Scriptures point us to. But as I said, at this church, the name Holy Apostles has a unique meaning because all around us, praying with us, are the apostles depicted in the murals and what we call icons. Take a walk with me. Let's go towards the back of the church, and we will take a look at some of these icons, these murals, that profess a different type of history and message to us. Now, here in the back of the church, let us focus in on these 12 disciples turned apostles. Here we are in the middle of the church, getting a better view of the 12 apostles of Christ. They are depicted in these murals, in these icons. And each of them has a unique message to send to us. For instance, you see here St. Peter with the keys. As we know, Jesus says, "Peter, you have said wisely that I am the Christ." And he says, "On that confession that you make, I will establish my church, and the gates of hell will not prevail against it." And so Peter always has these keys in all kinds of Christian art. On this other side, we see a unique individual because, you know what? If you're wondering who these people are, all you need to do is grab a Bible and open up, because everything we do is scripturally based. Open up to Matthew chapter 10, and there is a list of the disciples. And now this is the interesting one here, right? Because it says that these are the name of the 12. Simon, who is called Peter, Andrew, his brother, James, the son of Zebedee, and John, his brother, Philip and Bartholomew, Thomas and Matthew, the tax collector, James, the son of Alphaeus, and Thaddeus, Simon the Canaanite, and Judas Iscariot, who betrayed him. Now, you wonder, this one, who is this one? This one is called Matthias. in Scripture, it says after the resurrection of Jesus, and Judas was not part of the group that was sent out, they cast lots. They drew lots on who would replace Judas, and Matthias was the 12th, the one that was selected as the 12th apostle. So you look around you and you see the different apostles. St. James of Zebedee, St. James Alphaeus, you see Philip, and of course right next to the church altar, you see the two patron saints of the Armenian Church, namely Thaddeus and Bartholomew, on both sides of the altar table. So we invite you to really understand the churches that we have by looking around you and seeing the unique images that tell a story. The Western Diocese is filled with these kind of stories, these kind of images that bring the faith to us. For we are all apostles, ones designated to take the message out. Don't forget, the first apostle was Saint Mary of Magdalene, who was the one who first saw Jesus resurrected. And so she has a unique place in Christian history, known as the apostle to the apostles. She was the one who was commanded to take the message to Peter and the apostles. And so she has a unique place. And I say this because we all have a unique place. Find that unique place for yourself. God bless you. We look forward to seeing you in the next one of these videos.